Welcome to Nintendo Ninja News. I'm your host, Chris Tysis, and this is a NNN show to talk about some, well, really it's a really big change to the channel. It's probably one of the most fundamental changes to the channel that I could really make. And over the years, Nintendo Ninja News has always been known as the YouTube channel with the short, sharp videos. And what has been an issue over the years has been that short, sharp videos do not make many views. You know, um, YouTube, YouTube, the system prefers watch time, longer videos. They reward people with longer videos and more watch time and things like that. And unfortunately, for people like me or people who are into animations or music videos and things like that, um, if you have a shorter video than 10 minutes, then you're not going to get as many views and you're not going to get as much watch time, and you may not get recommended as much on the search engines and all that sort of stuff. And I've had to sort of come to grips with that myself over the years and trying to starve that off. And I put in other things such as the NNN show, which is, 10 minutes long on average, or sometimes a bit longer, sometimes a little bit shorter. And we've tried to do game recordings, which, go for half an hour, 2 hours, live streams and things like that. However, um, what I am sort of conceding is that that's not really enough because I can't do game recordings that much, at this point, and they will be returning in the next month or two at this point. And one of the challenges has been trying to get views for those short, sharp videos. And one of the reasons why I held back on it for a long time was technology-wise, we didn't have a great microphone. I was in the middle of moving last year, and sometimes some videos are only meant to be a couple minutes long. Like, for example, a release date for a new game or something like that. You don't need me to go on for 10 minutes about it's coming out in these certain countries on this release date, da da da. This just, you can't pack that much value into it. And I think it's just gotten to a point where I can't do those short, sharp videos anymore, which makes it really hard. Uh, and it's something that sort of pains me to admit that. And I've probably been slow to make those changes over the years, and that's probably why the channel hasn't grown that much. And other issues too. Financially, it's been pretty tough this year for me. I've had to put items in the loans department, the old loan sharks. And, I've had to put the game capture card away because I was running low on money so much. So that takes time for me to pay back that debt and get back that item. And to be honest, I've never actually admitted that at all online to anyone. And that's why you don't see game recordings, because I'm too fucking broke at the moment. And that makes it hard. So there's been a lot of um, challenges and issues in that I've been trying to change and do. Mental health has been a little bit tough too. So it's been a really tough thing. I've been able to play the Switch that much, and that's been tough too. Um, putting items into sort of a loan section, such as a gaming console and things like that. That's why I don't have them here because being on unemployment benefits is, that might be a better term for people overseas. You get next to no money, so you can't survive off it properly food wise, and you go without meals and you do it like that. Um, so that's why things have been tough for me. That's why you don't see game recordings or Switch reviews because I don't have my Nintendo Switch on me at the moment. And it's been tough. I don't like to admit these things that things are hard on me. Um, I would love the channel to be making money and I can get just, even half the minimal wage out of this channel and be able to do reviews and that. But unfortunately, that's been tough for me and haven't been able to do that. And it's, it hasn't been a lot of fun. So there's a number of topics I've just covered, just admitting to stuff that I never thought I would. So the big issues are the short sharp videos are gone. I don't think I can do them anymore. So for example, at E3, E3 2020, you'll probably see like a 15-minute video of me highlighting all the big things that's coming out. You might see some shorter videos in terms of like a big breaking news or something like that. A major games released, Metroid Prime 4 is officially coming out or something like that on a certain date or something like that. But you'll see those recaps. So the big changes, um, you know, these big changes are going to be the end of the short videos and, talking about the hardships that I've dealt with, not having my Nintendo Switch on me because I had to um, put it in the loans, you know, and that's basically it. I've been pawnbroking some of my Nintendo gear because that's how bad things have been. And that's the correct term, pawnbroking my items. So that's why you don't see the Nintendo Switch here or the game capture stuff because I'm that poor, I'm that broke. And I don't want any sympathies. I don't want donations and money and things like that because I'm a extremely stubborn, arrogant person at times like this. This is why this is probably why some of my mental health issues have lingered on at times because I don't go and seek help. I'm one of those typical stubborn men who thinks they can solve everything by themselves, and when the ship is nearly sunk, then you sort of go, oh, I think I might need some help now, and I've got to learn to get assistance and help before that gets worse. Um, so I'm sorry this is a bit of a rambling issue, but I guess we're talking about all sorts of issues here, and this whole thing about this video is really facing the hard decisions on the channel. So, and it has been tough. I don't like, you know, um, pawnbroking my items, you know, and it's not a lot of fun to do that sort of stuff. But this year has been really tough for me, but there is the light coming at the end of the tunnel. So I'm going to be taking out some of my super fund, which is something that Australians know, but I don't know if the Americans have it. It's sort of like your retirement fund. I'm going to be taking out some money. I can get back all of my items and then start afresh. You know, I also need to get things like a new lounge because I haven't had a lounge for 9 months. And I also need to get a bed frame and a mattress because the mattress that I sleep on is very uncomfortable and I don't have a bed frame. So you can tell that there's been a lot of issues and problems that I've had this year, but I feel like that July, much like this time last year, when I got the new laptop and I got this nice jumper and some of the other new clothes from last year, and I did my little Sydney trip, and I got these headphones and a couple other cool things for the channel. I feel like July is the month where I can get a whole lot of money, knock out all the bills, and we can get back to doing playing video games and having a good time. So I do apologize for um, saying that, we're going to be streaming games and then it doesn't happen, and the delay of groups and things like that. Because financially, it's just been really, really hard. Some people suggested to do a Patreon. I'm not big enough to do that sort of thing. I don't think I'm a big enough YouTuber to be doing that sort of stuff. My watch time is just under half the amount that's needed to monetize the videos, and you watch a little ad at the beginning and all that sort of stuff. And my subscriptions numbers is 15 short. Actually, it's 14 short of the 1,000 mark that you need to get to in order to monetize. So this is still, I'm very close to the end on that part, but on watch time, there's a long way to go. And hopefully these longer videos that people watch me do, and when I'm doing game recordings and streaming online and people can see my face, not see my face, only audio actually, because the laptop is just not powerful enough to handle all the different areas. I should have my iced coffee that I just made. So um, that's what's been happening really, is trying to get some of the items that I've done as pawnbroking loans back, so I can continue to do this channel and sort of do things and that. And the reason why I did it was because I was too poor, and I need to get furniture for my household because it was very empty, and getting things to basically, fill out the household, because I came here with a lot of old furniture that wasn't going that well. Um, so that's basically my story. But I think the good news is out of it, if there's any, because it's a pretty bleak video, um, is hopefully the longer videos that I do will be better. So when I talk about the new type of videos, like, 8, 10 minutes long, I'll be talking about a number of things. So think of it like a news bulletin, the actual news bulletin that goes for 10 to 15 minutes. So I'll talk about one topic and then a second and a third and a fourth. And you'll see some little images maybe here talking about the issue, or full blown screen that you might have seen in the last couple of videos. Just me showing you off something that looks interesting. And a couple other things too that I will be on the homepage of the YouTube channel that you go and see me in. We'll bring back the history of Nintendo videos, because I thought they were quite good. They were definitely longer in terms of um, video length, content wise, and I wouldn't mind doing a couple of those later on down the track. I can't promise you anything, but it could be something very interesting for the future to do. But yes, this year has been pretty ordinary, and we've done a couple videos like this already this year, which I kind of feel like I'm repeating myself, but there is a lot more information in terms of why I'm such in a bad spot with the channel at the moment. But I think that things are getting better. I think the light at the end of the tunnel is now coming closer. Hopefully it's not a train. It's just, the other side now. And I think once in the next few weeks that I can financially get things better, um, then things will be a lot easier for me and Tendon Engineers, and I can start writing again, which would be nice, and getting my website back together. And, I've been doing things on the improve, sorting out the room a little bit. The TV's been moved out again, but there's reasons why. I put the bags back up here, the Nest bags up there, and the Zelda bags here, and I've got the Google Home Mini, so she might be saying hello to you from time to time. Um, Could be very, very handy. And hopefully, fingers crossed that things get better for the channel myself. Because, I want to find work again. I want to be able to, have 3 square meals a day. That would be nice. But we'll keep going with the channel. There's always news on Nintendo and topics that magically appear that I go, oh, looks like I've got to do a bit of a rant video or do an NNN show on that sort of thing. So I've completely run out of things to say for this particular video, but I hope you understand the situation, and hopefully things will get better for me in life in general. So that's it for me, and I'll see you next time.